Previously on BombersportsPlays NASCAR Heat Evolution, our record right now is like 35th, win, 36th, 7th, 5th, 30th. By that average, Kansas might actually be a pretty good race for us.
Hold that thought.
Yes, hello racing gamers and welcome back to BombersportsPlays NASCAR Heat Evolution, which at exactly 1 month in of me playing this game, has taken the channel over 1,000 subscribers. We're into 4 figures, folks, and that's an amazing achievement. I want to thank you all so much for us hitting that first milestone. First of the many, hopefully, milestones for this channel. It's been awesome fun doing this. And we are headed to Kansas Speedway for the Go Bowling 400. No, actually, we're going racing. We are not going bowling. And there was me thinking Kansas was going to be a crap track for us. Now, you remember, as the green flag drops, Kansas was the track that we actually made our debut as Team Budget Sports at last season, apparently. And we finished in the top 20 there. We've qualified 12th this time around. And we've got a pretty decent start here. We're up on the high side immediately, going 3x3 with everybody, because clearly this is Talladega. But it's working, because we're on the... What is this? Did somebody inject some drugs, some meth into my tea? Because, ladies and gentlemen, that is not a misprint. Do not adjust your sets. We're running 7th. We're going to end the first lap in 7th place, maybe 6th. We are actually running 6th right now. We're running 6th along the outside of Greg Biffle. Tell you what, Ryan Blaney's having a good race as well. He's up there in the... Oi! Whoa! Steady on. Jimmy, excuse me, I know you've just won at Charlotte and everything, but don't be getting hoity-toity with me, sir. Just because you can't believe... trust me, I can't believe it either. What are Team Budget Sports doing running in the top 10 at an intermediate track? I have no idea either. The best we've run at any intermediate this year is, in fact, 10th at Atlanta. Most of that race we were more like 15th. And most of the other places we've been more like 18th or 20th or 25th or just somewhere in the mediocrityville. Uh-oh, Kevin Harvick's up behind us as well. This whole being fast thing is not going to last long, is it? Go on, Kev. Go on, man. You want some Kev? I'm enjoying this, mixing it with actual fast people like Matt Kenseth and Chase Elliott and Jimmy Johnson. Having said that, look at Jimmy. He has taken off. Jimmy Johnson is just out of here. He has clearly got the fastest car right now, but he looks like... Whoa! We're actually going around the outside of Kevin Harvick. Ladies and gentlemen, can we just commit this to memory right now? Can we just stop and just appreciate for a second? We did just make a pass, legitimately on speed, on Kevin Harvick. Well, okay, he's just taking it right back by going 3 wide with me and Matt Kenseth. Didn't last long. This is encouraging signs. Kansas Speedway of all places. I genuinely did not expect to be any good here. Now, the fuel strategy, we're running 67 laps, and the fuel window is about 20 laps, so we're expecting a 3-stop strategy here. The amount of times I bang on about fuel strategy, it sounds like I'm playing F1 2016, which I do have plans to do, by the way. I've got an interesting idea for a career mode series over there. Basically, imagine if an Indycar driver switched over and did F1. I'll leave you to guess which one. Anyone who knows me probably will be able to guess, but... once I've got some spare time, because life being as it is, this is basically all the time I've got to do in terms of videos. Like, I haven't really done much on Team Bombersports, the main channel lately. Got plans over there, but, you know, life has to happen first, unfortunately. Life has to take priority over YouTube life. Unless you want to make me massive and like PewDiePie massive and this pays money, this will become my life. In many ways, I'm not sure I want that. Anyway, we've got a bit introspective and philosophical. And we just run our fastest lap, so maybe we should get philosophical in races more. Or maybe we shouldn't, because it means we brush the wall on the run to 1 and 2. Chase Elliott up in 6th place. He gets very loose in front of us. We're 6 laps in. 15 laps left on fuel. Chase Elliott's battling Denny Hamlin here for 5th place. And you are seeing this, folks. We are genuinely here on pace. We are matching these guys. This is so weird. This is like a complete reversal of some of the tracks we've been to earlier in the season. Like Bristol, I'm thinking, or Richmond, where I really liked the track, but my car was so shit, I was literally just straining, like bursting blood vessels just to try and get a good result out of it. The fact we did in the end was a small miracle. Here, I have no thoughts on Kansas at all. You saw me run it in NASCAR 07 in the chase, it's just meh, it's a meh track. We ran our first ever race as Team Budget Sports here, again, meh. Like, this is the complete opposite. This is the ultimate meh track for me, and yet this car has come alive. It's actually it's a bit loose on entry, but it's actually pretty good. We're not even feeling the engine, but, oi, Ryan Newman, stop spoiling it. I'm just going on about how we're actually good. Ryan Newman is barreling through. This seems to be a good day for generally mediocre drivers to be having a good run at Kansas. Ryan Blaney's right up in the top 5. So I wonder if that driver rating on the latest patch seems to have had an effect. Oh, but we're on the outside of Denny Hamlin. We're going around the outside of Denny... Well, we were. For a brief, beautiful second, we're on the outside of Denny Hamlin. I feel like James Ellsworth right now. Just that guy on SmackDown who just comes out and then just gets mocked and then just randomly gets a win over AJ Styles. That's kind of us right now. What are we doing here? We've just gone around the outside of Denny Hamlin. We've just legitimately made a pass on Denny Hamlin. Alright, time out. What parallel universe have we stumbled into for this one? Literally, I just recorded this straight after Talladega, where we just had a miserable race. I mean, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the last episode. I mean, I kind of gave it away in the intro. But, and I just came in here, no practice, no nothing. I was like, let's just get Kansas out of the way. We got Dover next, I quite like that one. And then we're 9 laps in, and we're running 7th, legit. And we are actually passing some seriously fast cars. We have briefly, for about 5 seconds, we were briefly passing and ahead of Kevin Harvick. We've now legitimately passed Denny Hamlin. We're sticking with Chase Elliott, roughly. Ryan Newman's come up through the field. Obviously, there's some comers and goers right now. The Goodyear soft tyre for this year, relatively accurately simulated in this case. Oh God, I've just seen our right front. The speed may come at a cost. It's 69% and we're halfway through the run. Oh dear. Oh dear, this speed, there might be a bit of a drop-off in terms of pace. Ooh, baby, yeah, we might be in a bit of trouble in terms of tyre wear. But hey, let's enjoy it while we can. I feel like running Pirelli Super Softs right now. Incredibly fast for about 5 seconds. And then they just plummet off a cliff. By the end of the stint, I'm going to be like the Johnny Mance, the guy who won the original 1950 Southern 500. He won the race by 12 laps because, I mean, yeah, everything was better back in the day except for competitiveness. He won that race by 12 laps because he ran truck tyres, which were much more harder wearing. Like, they didn't wear out anywhere near as fast as the regular race car tyres that the others were using. And do you know how he was able to tell when he needed to pit? He had a small flap in the, what would be the passenger side footwell, where the pedals would be. He would open that on the straightaways, as Carl Edwards is flying in trying to disturb our anecdote about Johnny Mance. Oi, let me finish. Yo, Carl, he's just like, yo, Carl, yo, dude, I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm the best Toyota of all time. Of all time.
Still there?
Yeah, I don't dispute that, Carl. Just get on with your race. The tyres are definitely starting to fall off here. But yeah, the way Johnny Mance was able to tell when he needs to pit, he would open that flap. I said flap. And if the tyre was white, it meant it was on the cords, i.e. didn't have any rubber on it at all, and he kind of needs to pit. Yeah, you know nowadays when they're like, oh, let's look at the tyre wear. Oh, there's a tiny bit of cording on the outside. Whoa! Stephen Frey, do you mind having a word with your boy? A bit aggressive here. The Baconator up in the top 10 as well. Again, another guy having a surprisingly good run. Seems to be the night for it. Tonight's the night. I get it, some shit. Deep cover on the incognito. Don't know how I've ended up singing Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Should probably stop doing that. I'm far too white to be doing that. We are still 9th. It's kind of reminding me of Richmond in a way. That we're just gradually sliding back. But it's like at Richmond, we were stymied by just having the most pathetically awful engine in existence. Here, it's legit. We're actually fast for the first half of the run. And then the second half, we just abuse the tyres so much that we're falling off a cliff. So that's fair enough. Like, we can still get a decent result out of this one. If David Hoots doesn't screw us over again. Wait, David, do you want to stay awake, you fucking narcoleptic? Anyway, we've had words. The feud of the century right now. It's like when Kevin Owens had a feud with Michael Cole. I somehow have a feud with David Hoots, a guy who doesn't even race. We're at lap 14. I'm 67, so we've got about 5 laps. Well, no, actually, we're running 6 laps on fuel. So maybe we could stretch it out a little bit. Maybe, I mean, there's an outside chance. If we can run like 22, 23 laps, there's an outside chance we can do it on 2 stops. That might be a strategy move we could do. I mean, we're going to lose an absolute boatload of time in terms of just how bad the right front is wearing. So, I mean, it's doable. I mean, do you know what I think? I think we need some tea. Oh, it's still nice and hot. Literally just boiled the kettle and made it, sat down, started recording. So it's piping hot as well. And I've got some chocolate biscuits. My tea game is stepping up tonight. I have chocolate biscuits, i.e. the best kind of biscuits. And that is one of those things where if you have a different opinion, you're allowed to have a different opinion, but you're wrong. Because there is no such thing better than mean, anything, really, than chocolate biscuits and tea. We're holding down 9th place relatively peacefully, although I have a battle pack swarming up behind. My pace has dropped almost a second, based on where we were at the start of the run. So, the ongoing observation on tyre wear, Atlanta, yeah, it was pretty hard. No, Atlanta, it wasn't that much. Las Vegas, yeah, it was pretty hardcore. Here, definitely. So, it seems the flatter intermediates suffer more with tyre wear. Some of the others haven't been quite as brutal. I mean, Phoenix was pretty savage. Martinsville was all right. Bristol was okay. Oh, God. Yeah, Carl's lurking here, but we had to play this one smart. We just have some decent pace in the early part of the run. We know we're slow here, but we're trying to extend these stints out, try and go as long as we can, play ourselves into a bit of an alternative strategy move. I know one thing's for certain, we are not pitting any earlier than we have to. We saw exactly how that played out at Talladega. Oh, we're actually closing in on some people. Oh, this will be lap traffic. Lap traffic, and some people appear to have pitted already, so pit stops beginning. Given it's normally us that starts the round of pit stops, Brad Keselowski, what are you doing in 39th, mate? This is not the first time you've been down there so far this season. Oh, steady on, Dale Jr. Whoa, patience. Oh, no, he's pitting. Okay. There's Ryan Ellis up in front. But when did you think you'd see the day that Ryan Ellis was legit leading Brad Keselowski on the track? Oh, my God, our right front's down to 41%. Oh, Joey Logano nearly wrecks coming off the pit road. And we are now leading. Hey, I only just noticed that. We're leading. We're leading at Kansas. I mean, before we pit, obviously, but I'm enjoying this. We are competitive at Kansas. This is good, you know.
You're low on fuel.
Oh, I got 2 laps. Shut up, Bob. I have a few. I'm so angry at Bobby Labonte. I'll just call him Bob. Shut up, Bob. Through the drive once again. That's landing castle up ahead. Now the fuel light comes on. So, oops. Why do I keep hitting the wall on the run to turn 1? Why do I keep doing that? Oh, do you know what would be nice? A caution. Right now. Right now. Dave, you want to redeem yourself out of Talladega? All I'm saying is I just saw a crisp packet in turn 3 and 4. You might want to investigate that. Round of Castle 21st. Having a solid run again. Seems to be the day for solid runs by lower tier teams. We've just ticked to 1 lap left of fuel. Whoa, well, we couldn't really get onto pit road anyway if we wanted to, because, whoa, Landon Castle was backing up, and then Paul Menard's piling up behind. Eric Jones is running 6th, 4th, 3rd. Eric Jones is 3rd. This is ridiculous. Eric Jones is a legit 3rd place right now, and we've apparently just run out of fuel. Here comes Joey Logano. Michael McDowell is 2nd. Oh, and we're coughing. Okay, so that's interesting. It literally ticked down to 0, and about 6 seconds later, we're running out of fuel. We're coughing and spluttering our way to pit road. So we've just about eked out 21 laps of fuel there. Eric Jones, McDowell, Castle, all of us lot. We are the ones who've, whoa, nearly wrecked getting onto pit road. But we're okay. We're fine. Excuse me. Even my sinuses are fine. Now, a few adjustments. We are a little bit. I'm just making these adjustments more to try and loosen the car up so we don't run slightly on the tight side and just destroy the right side tyres just savagely. But while we're in the pits, we're going to take a sip of tea, because that was an intense first stint, guys. Oh, it's just cool to that max, just optimum temperature. Oh, that is nice. That's so good. Meanwhile, the boys doing their thing. Not the fastest pit stop ever, but we have made some adjustments, so that's fine. I should come up behind the guys we pitted in with. Is that Keselowski with us? Oh my goodness.
Carlo.
Get a Brad? Whoa! Whoa! Jesus Christ! Alright, guys, wasn't my fault. Was not my fault. I'm like Shaggy here. Wasn't me. Saw you causing a massive wreck in turn 2? Wasn't me. Saw you running wide off pit road? Wasn't me. I even heard you wreck Keselowski. Wasn't me. And then he claimed it was your fault. It wasn't. I'm going to stop now. Oh God, now what's happening? Okay, Castle is, whoa, he's not very fast at all. Everyone else kind of is, including us. We're now on fresh tyres, so we're back to being actually quite good. We're going around Denny Hamlin again. The second time in this race, we've legit passed Denny Hamlin on pace. That is wonderful. We've rejoined in 13th. Now, I don't know if that's because the cycle of pit stops is complete, and we've lost some time in the pits. We may have done, because we went long on that first stint. Went up to 21 laps, which is not quite enough to make it on just 2 stops.
That was your best lap ever.
Hey, but we just logged a new fastest lap for us. That's pretty good. And it does play us into contention. If we do get a caution, there is room to maybe go a little bit on fuel, maybe stretch it, only do 2 stops. I mean, if we get a caution near the end and we don't pit, then we're just going to get savaged by everyone who did pit for fresh tyres, because we'll have just spots of rotten chewing gum on our tyres instead. Hello, X-Matty D, how you doing? You're back down where you're probably supposed to be. That sounded a bit harsh. Didn't mean it to be. I like X-Matty D as much as anyone. Right, we're actually gaining some, and we've just put in a new fastest lap, 33.6. That's awesome. We are actually getting faster and faster. But I'm just amazed. I'm just not used to being A, competitive on a non-short track, B, having a pretty decent car, and C, actually being able to run up front legitimately. Like, we're barely even like running up front because of lap traffic or because of anything else. We're legitimately up here. Poor old AJ Allmendinger is still running 31st. That's literally where he's been the entire season. AJ, I'm sorry, mate. Please, can someone fix his season? Just fix it. All right, lap 26 of 67 now. Wall. Again, I don't know why I keep hitting the turn 1 wall. I don't know why I do that. There's a few tracks I do that. Las Vegas, I kept having to not do that. Now, Kurt Busch is battling with his brother Kyle here, so it's an inter-sibling rivalry up ahead. And them going side by side and battling hard is actually playing me into contention here. So, you guys want to keep doing that? I have no problems with that whatsoever. I'm going to go 3 wide with Michael Annette. Why not? Michael Annette is actually running a really, really nice paint scheme this weekend for the Kansas race, actually. Appropriately timed. Oh, sending on Mikey. There we go. We are just fine. Kurt and Kyle. We are actually chasing down Kurt and Kyle. We're actually catching up with the Kurt and Kyle show. How do we do this? And we've already wrecked Kyle Busch out of nowhere. We just RKO'd him out of nowhere at Richmond. Kurt is the only Busch in the field if we also include Chris Buescher, who I've not had beef with yet. That could be all about to change. It's the line again. Still 40 laps to go. This is a long race, even though it's only a 400-mile race. Feels long. I think it's a flat intermediate, so it's not as fast as somewhere like Atlanta or Charlotte or something like that. Oh, working up behind Kyle Busch. Here we go. Kurt Busch side by side with him. This is good racing, you know. They're going side by side. Oh, a little bit tight. Yeah, he's lost off the nose, but we've got a good run. We're so good from the centre of the corner off. We are so good. Even with our asthmatic engine. Are we going to pass both the Busch brothers in one turn? Are we really going to do... No, we're not. Yeah, don't be silly. Hendrick power just kicked in, yo. Hendrick engine just kicked in, yo. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Look who it is. Look who it is who's just done us a favour. It's Regan bloody Smith, of all people. How's that happened? What? My head is legitimately about to explode here. We're on pace at an intermediate track. We're competitive. We're running well at Kansas. And Regan bloody Smith, of all people, has just come to our aid and given us 2 positions by being slow as shit. Well, I mean, he can't help being slow as shit. That's just what he does. He waits. It's what he does. But I'm getting a headache here. This is a seriously strange race. This is a very, very odd race. Not that I'm complaining. For the first time all year, it feels like we've actually got luck on our side. Although we are barely at halfway in this race, I'd better not be making statements like that anytime soon, especially as Kyle Busch has now cleared Regan Smith, and he's right there with me. He's furious about being mugged off like that. Once bitter rivals as recently as 2 laps to go in the last race, now suddenly allies. I don't know how that's worked. More tea is needed. I mean, this has been a interesting race so far, I've got to say. It's gone green all the way. This has been a genuinely very interesting race. And could still end up being a pretty decent result. Like, just a semi-decent result is what I need. I need a semi-decent result, a semi-decent result, a semi-decent result. That's what I need. I shouldn't cover... Why do I keep singing? I cannot sing. Why I keep doing it, I have no idea. Now we're actually moving towards halfway now. I'll actually be there in about a couple of laps or so. And we're running 11th, just on the outside of the top 10. This is still solid. You know, I just want to get back to being average. Like I say, last few weeks it's been feast or famine the whole way. It's been literally a case of, like, 6th, 5th, winning, crash, death, destruction. 6th, 5th, nearly winning, crash, death, destruction. which is just, it's stressful really. I'd just rather have just a nice solid top 15 finish. Just a nice quiet race, okay? Only 5 laps to go now. And we'll probably do the same thing again, just stretch it out as far as we can on fuel and tyres. It will sacrifice us some speed later on in the run, but it does mean we'll have a nice just charge to the flag. And also, if we, like, only put 1 can of fuel in, similar to what we did at Talladega, but don't make the mistake of going early this time. I went far too... I came way too early in that race. It cost me in the long run. And that is... Oh! Look who it is! Look who it is! Ready? Say it with me. 3, 2, 1. In the Bane! And he's really not on the lead lap. Where's he running at this point in time? 27th. Bane, mate, what are you doing? He's just... Oh, we have our first caution of the race. David Hoos has woken up. He's dribbled onto the caution light button. Probably fallen off the deck. Hang on a minute. Why is everyone showing a lap down? Well, now we're back on the lead. You guys just saw that? We're all showing us a lap down. That's weird. That's a bit weird. Right, now what do we do here? Oh god, this is tense. Do we pit or not? Do we pit or not? Oh, this is going to be close. Yeah! We pit. Let's duck in, we pit. Put some fresh tyres on. And we actually come out 10th. We've made positions in the pits, guys. This parallel universe Kansas is a world that I'm enjoying being in. And look at this for a top 10. Now, who was the guy who must have still been, like, hadn't pitted or something? This is really... We're going for the lead here. We're legit going for the lead. We're going to lead the... No, wait, we're not leading. Hang on. All right, time it. Austin Dillon, what are you doing breaking this race? Did he, like, just mystically not pit or something? Because he was scored as a lap ahead of everybody. I really don't understand what happened there. Maybe he pitted, like, earlier in the race under green. They're going 3 wide behind me. This is getting a bit hairy. This is getting a bit hairy. But we've now pitted, and we're good to go for the next 20 laps or so. Now, where's Austin Dillon? He must be back in the field. This must be like those old restarts where you'd have, like, tail end of the lead lap cars restart in front of the leader. Something very weird has happened here, folks. Austin Dillon has tried to pull the strategy move of the century and ended up briefly there a lap ahead of the entire field. And presumably we were all in front of him, so I don't know what happened there. We were scored as a lap down. We got a wave around, but we pitted. I don't quite know. Very strange. I'm not complaining. We are legitimately running 3rd right now at the GoBowling.com 400 at Kansas Speedway. Presented to you from the Wibbledy-Gibbledy dimension. Just right 90 miles south of the planet, which is somewhere similar in the Mars dimension. And in this dimension, Donald Trump is actually a compassionate human being who he drives a Toyota Prius and he wants to save the environment. And he likes nothing better than to cuddle with polar bears. Koala bears, rather. If he cuddled with polar bears, then they'd kill him. Anyway, this is all a bit strange right now. I feel like the episode of Chris Cook's F1 race reviews where he had the trippy visuals on the screen and he kept chundering. Something very weird is happening right now, folks. I mean, something that's not weird is Kevin Harvick just leaving a scorched trail of tarmac behind him on an intermediate track. He's just sodding off. Rodney Childs is like, just don't even... Like, I know that's merely a team budget sports car behind you, but seriously, it's been actually quite good this race, so don't give it anything, all right? Still 28 seconds down on Austin Dillon. What is Dillon's strategy here? This is weird. Did he just stay out there and that's how he's ended up sort of still on the lead lap sort of thing? Did he stay out on the last pit stop? I have no idea what his strategy is. Austin, reveal your secrets unto me. I just don't get it. It's very weird. Very, very weird. But he's not complaining because he's up front. Will he have similar luck to us at almost every race this season? Probably, yeah. And Harvick has taken off here, but I would just like to point out we are still legitimately ahead of guys like Eric Almirola and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on pace. We're in legit 3rd place right now. Legitimately running 3rd. No fluke about that. Good pit stops. We actually gained positions under caution there on pit road. First time we've done that all year. Compared to where we were at Daytona where we didn't even put any tyres on and we lost about 10 positions. Because presumably the fuel guy slipped over and stacked it on his arse and the fuel gun went up his rectum. Wrecked him, damn near killed him. Well, it did in his case. That was a painful trip to A&E after the race. But now, My pit crew's got it together. We're good. And it appears Austin Dillon is pitting now. See, the lead in the top left is diminishing quickly. So he is officially now pitted. And we're into second place. Should we just savour this? Knowing our luck this season, it may not last. It probably won't last. But let's just enjoy this. We are running second place right now, folks. We are on for potentially our second best finish of the season. We're on for a win here. We could potentially win this. I mean, probably not if Kevin Harvick's in front of us. I mean, he is now officially... If we're currently in Kansas, he's probably already in Dover by now. That's how far ahead he is. Scary. He is freaky fast. I mean, literally, that's the best slogan he could have on the side of his car. Why has your car got freaky fast on it? Well, watch the race and then you'll find out. Oh, well, I guess it's not even an advertiser slogan. It's just a statement of the obvious. But, like, you saw what happened at Richmond. If we get a late caution, good restart, there's every chance. And there's also every chance we can finish 35th again. Because reasons. So, ticking past halfway. Now, we should be going to around 9 laps to go or so before we make our final stop. So we made our second stop under that caution. We're at lap 46 now, 22 to go. And I think we have about 14 or 13 laps of fuel left, so we'll go right to 10 laps to go. If that's the case, fuel and maybe 2 tyres becomes an option. Maybe 2 tyres, although tyre wear has been outrageous. It's been disgusting in this race, quite frankly. It's been more gross than cold tea. Speaking of which, my tea has not got cold yet. It is still nice and warm. In my Sonic the Hedgehog mug, anyone who follows me on Instagram will know it's my most cherished possession. Well, maybe there's other things. Right, we have 11 laps to go on fuel. And 21 laps to go. So, and there's people pitting here. At lap 47 of 60. Shenanigans are happening here, folks. Pit stops a go-go. Or maybe those guys who are a lap down under the last caution were like, oh, let's take a wave around, let's not pit yet. Let's enjoy being back on the lead lap for several merciful seconds. McDowell, I remember when you were legitimately running McDowell, I remember when you were legitimately relevant in this race. You were running second briefly. And now you're 37th and blithering around getting in my way. Although you are also getting in the way of guys behind me. Thanks, keep doing that. Brad, same for you. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you, fuck you, bye. It's Eric Jones. I remember when Eric Jones was leading this race. RIP Eric Jones' relevancy in this career mode series. 2016-2016. Mind you, it lasted about as long as Ty Gillinger and Bobby Roode's tag team. Whoa, around the outside. That was a bit close. But, just as we've done before, lap traffic is being used slightly to our advantage, although there are a couple of guys behind who are tearing through lap traffic. They've seen how effectively I use lap traffic at places like Bristol, and they're determined not to let that happen again. Is that... There's a blue car behind me, but I honestly can't tell if it's Chase Elliott, Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Jimmy Johnson. It could be any one of the three of the Hendrick cars. Oh, steady, Michael Annette. I am kind of there. Whoa! Jesus Christ! It was actually Arik Almirola. Michael Annette, what are you doing? Whoa! What are you doing? Absolute state of your race. What the bilge? What? I don't understand. You know what I said earlier about anything can happen? Yeah, we could get completely fucked over by Michael Annette being an absolute just drunk. Like, state of your racing, mate. He cuts us off and then nearly causes us to wreck at 160 miles an hour in 3 and 4, and then wrecks us in a straight line. Like, really? Did you want to sub in for Regan Smith because he's just not relevant in this race? And now look. No, maybe he's just being rubbish because look at this. He's holding most of the lead lap cars up now. This is brilliant. They're all nearly wrecking trying to get round him. I think the feeling's mutual at this point. State of that. Goodness me, that was a bit tense. I'm surprised there wasn't a caution thrown for that massive brown smear in the middle of 3 and 4. Because that was definitely a poo everywhere kind of moment. Yo, Mikey. Yo, excuse me. Do you want to explain what that was about? Go on, I'm listening. Go on. I'm actually leaning out the window on this side. Like, excuse me. Oi, Mikey. Do you want to... Oh, God, we're nearly going 3 wide. Oh, whoa, that's close. Yeah, Carl Busch is coming up behind us here. We should be careful about trying to get payback here on lapped cars who are just absolutely no. Then again, Carl Busch nearly wrecks ex-Matty D in front of us. Goodness me, I was nearly wrecks Matty D. Jesus Christ. This is all getting a bit tense right now. You can tell the laps are starting to tick down. no one's taking any shit at all from lap traffic.
You're all clear.
Especially not me after Michael Annette's stunt. Kurt Busch is up behind us now. We're just clinging on to our top 10 spot. Oh, do you remember when we were running second? Those were such lovely times. Pepperidge Farm remembers. You obviously don't, Michael. Actually, you should remember really well. You're the reason why those times don't exist anymore, you bastard. Anyway, enough stress. We've expended enough stress on lap traffic in previous episodes. We don't need to now. We need to stay calm. We are actually in a relatively good position in this race. We just need to see this one out on 48% on the right front. Oh my god. Oh dear. That right front, absolute state of your tyres, mate.
Carlo.
Kurt's on the inside. I'm probably going to be powerless to let him through. This is the standard second half of the run drop-off. Wow, drop-off. It's like my... I'm not going to finish that sentence. Because it wouldn't be true. Oh. Anyway. David Boy Reagan is up in front as well. Kurt's going all over the place. He gets a bit loose. We could be trying to repass Kurt, but we're even looser. Still, only 4 laps to go until our pit stop now. Our crucial third and final stop in this race.
Still there.
Into the inside of Kurt Busch because Davey Reagan is all over the place with Diamond. Oh, Davey, steady on, mate. Can lap cars please stop wrecking me in turn 3? Please start using your mirrors, fellas. Oh my goodness. That was more poo. I thought I'd run out of poo after the last one. I only got enough poo for one of those moments. It's already smeared over most of the track. Now Kurt's trying to pinch me down in 1 and 2. This is all getting a bit intense. You can feel the stress levels notching up here.
Stay low. Still there.
Lap cars are not giving an inch. Lead lap cars are determined to try and kill off the unexpected threat of Team Budget Sports of all teams. They wouldn't be able to live with the shame. You know those power rankings they do after every race? They'd just be like, all of them just plummet to the bottom because they're like, yeah, you just got beat by Team Budget Sports. Just go home. What are you even doing here? Go back to the Xfinity Series, all of you. Well, 2 laps to go on fuel. The fuel light is on, and we have 12 laps to go, so that is maths even I can understand, folks.
You're low on fuel.
Yeah, and even Bob can understand that because he's now badgering me over fuel. Can you not do that, please? So, we're going to pit with exactly 10 laps remaining. Stick fuel in it. 1 can of fuel. Probably only the 1 can of fuel.
Car is pitting.
Now, the dilemma is tyres. What do we do with tyres? There's a lot of the lead lap cars pitting now. We're up as high as 4th. Maybe slightly higher. Biffle running 3rd just in front of us. This is tense times, folks. Pit strategy is where we've been bollocked over a lot of times
You're low
before.
on fuel.
Is there going to be another late dramatic twist at the hand of David Hoots' caution button once again? Hope not, because it'd be particularly galling after we've actually been half decent in this race. 36%. Oh god, that could be the tense moment here. 36% on the right front tyre. We could legitimately be about to blow a right front tyre. In fact, I am pitting now. Pitting now. Oh, there we go. We've just made it to our pit window. Just about. That was a bit close. So what do we do here? If we're putting 4... The thing is, if we put 4 tyres on, we may as well fill up with all the fuel. And I'm tempted to put 4 tyres on because of the tyre wear. Like,
10 laps to go.
I can't ask those left side tyres to run another 10 laps. I just cut... Why is... No... What? Oh, please don't tell me we're about to get fucked over again by a caution. The caution has come out. We're in the pit box. None of the animations are fired. So I genuinely don't know if we've actually pitted and we've changed tyres. If the game has just bugged out and ruined this for us, and now we're just sat at the end of pit lane not doing anything.
6.5 hours later. 3 weeks later. Many months later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
What? Oh, we're back in the race. Okay. Right. Well, we're restarting 13th. We're on the lead lap. Please tell me we changed tyres. If we change tyres, we're all good. Please tell me we changed tyres. Yes, we changed tyres. Okay, it was just an animation bug.
Still there.
Thank God for that. I genuinely thought that caution had screwed us up. Right. 7 laps to go. We're restarting inside the top 10. Well, almost in the top 10.
Car high.
This is the caution we were kind of hoping for. We've got a shot here. We're on fresh tyres. We might have a chance here. Let's go to work. We've passed Denny Hamlin again, who's on the verge of suicide, having been passed 3 times by Team Budget Sports in one race. We're right behind Kyle Busch now. Genuinely up behind Kyle Busch. We're pushing him through 3 and 4. Kyle, mate, just get wrecked, M9. He is about to get wrecked because we're making the pass on Kyle Busch. We are making bank, folks. Look at this. Kurt Busch cuts off Jimmy Johnson. Are we about to pass Jimmy Johnson on an intermediate? Is this about to happen? Are we about to get payback for him bullying past us on lap 2? Oh, yes, we are. Look at this. Look at this. We're in a legit 5th place and we're on the outside of Kurt Busch for 4th. This is a miracle. Look at this. We could genuinely win this thing. Come on, lads. Come on. Come on, you crappy little car. Everything you have. This is a car that's been rubbish even when we've been semi-competitive. This is a car that even when I've done well in races, it's been in spite of, not because of the car. Suddenly, it's come alive tonight at Kansas. And we've got a real chance here. Fresh tyres, we've got 3 cars in front of us, and Aric Almirola is leading this thing. Bacon sarnies for everyone on the house if he can hold it on for another, what is that, 5 laps or so? 6? Goodness me, this is getting tense. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. up in 3rd. This is going to be one of his best runs for the season. Well, for not much longer, because we've just pulled a bump and run on him. And we're in 3rd. Oh, baby, this is getting good. We're up in 3rd. How has this happened? Aric, 4 laps to go. Come on, Aric. Hang in there. Not only because I'd like to see you win if I can't, but you leading in front of Carl Edwards is kind of holding him up for me. Oh, we're actually gaining. We're actually gaining. Oh, God. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. We're so close. Oh, this could be a miracle. I never thought potentially our 2nd win of the season could come at Kansas, but it might well do. Carl Edwards pulls to the inside of Almirola. Battle for the lead. They're side by side across the line with 3 to go. Look at this. They're beating on each other. Can we buy in? Oh, it's just... Oh, we're just running out of steam. We're still running 3rd, though. This is still a miracle. Cannot believe this. And I think Stenhouse has done us a favour because he's checked up the guys behind as well. Come on, Aric. Give me some draft. Give me some slipstream. Give me something. Oh, they're just tantalisingly close. Yeah. So close. And I think Jimmy Johnson's cleared Stenhouse for 4th, so we might have to start looking in our mirrors rather than out front of the windshield. 2 laps to go. Come on. We can do this. We can hang on for potentially our 2nd best result of the entire season. But here comes Jimmy Johnson, though. Oh, God, he has come out of nowhere. Jimmy's on a late charge. He's frustrated. He must feel like he could have won this race. He was so fast in the opening stint as well. And now he's trailing Team Budget Sports on an intermediate. He is furious. He's all over the back end. Oh, God, this is... Oh, no. Slips up the track. Come on. No. Oh, we cut off Jimmy Johnson. Kevin Harvick's there as well. Are we going to be 3 wide across the line? Imagine if that was the checkered flag. But it's not, it's the white flag. They're going to go side by side. Can we try and... Come on. Oh, come on. So nearly got back up the inside of Jimmy there. We slipped to 5th, but this is still a really good run. Come on, we got 1 final turn. Do we dive bomb Jimmy for 4th? Oh, we got no one behind us. I'll tell you what, we might just have to be smart here. Oh, no, we went for it. And then realised that was a bit of a stupid idea. Whew, but I'll tell you what, after a really fast and furious race, that was intense as anything. We take 5th place at Kansas. And just like at Richmond, where we picked up a top 5 there, we wreck coming across the start-finish line. That appears to be what we do. We just wreck in celebration. No wonder we don't have any money. Oh, God, that was genuinely heart-pounding, folks. That was really exciting. I never thought... I mean, Atlanta was probably my favourite race of the season overall. Never thought the 2nd best race of the season would be at Kansas. Anyway, there's the final result. Carl Edwards wins, just ahead of Aric Almirola with the season's best result. Harvick 3rd, Jimmy Johnson 4th. We finished 5th, ahead of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Newman, the Busch brothers, Kyle and Kurt, and Chase Elliott completes the top 10. Oh, after an intense race, Dale Jr., Denny Hamlin, Biffle, Logano and Kenseth at top 15 in the end. Just ahead of Kane, Patrick Dillon, Bobby Labonte and Carl Larson in the top 20. That is a good performance for Carl Larson, considering. Now, I'm interested to see where Ryan Blaney was, given he was running up front early on. And also, where's Austin Dillon? Have I missed Austin Dillon? I might have done, given he was on some weird fuel strategy in the middle of that race. I'm not really sure what was going on with him. But goodness me, that was some race. Seriously, I can't get over how good that race was. Really was not expecting it at Kansas of all places. Yeah, we must have missed Austin Dillon because I can't see him there. Ryan Blaney 39th. Oh my god, his season just goes from bad to worse. I feel for him because he genuinely was up front at the start there. And yet it is us who comes out as the underdog story of this race. A 5th place finish, having been in contention for the win on that final restart. Very similar to Richmond in that regard. Pretty competitive. The only difference being our car was actually pretty good and the engine wasn't as terrible. And this time we do get our sponsor payouts, so we should finally be able to afford some upgrades to our garage. Let's see what that does for the points. Really nice points day. Makes up a lot for the shit show that was Talladega. Let's see where that puts us. We're 12th in the points. And we're ahead of Brad Keselowski. It's not like we're the last guy in the chase with a win. Like we're just sat there struggling to get in the top 30. We're in 12th place in the GL points, guys. That's brilliant. What a way to celebrate hitting 1,000 subscribers. Fantastic. 5th place and we're on to Dover. Now I normally quite enjoy that track, but who knows? In this parallel universe, anything can happen. But more importantly, we can now afford some upgrades to our shop. Now, we can either have some CAD software, which will help with engine building. It'll give us a massive 1.5% horsepower upgrade. Or we can go ahead and open an entirely new part of the team HQ, the engine shop. Now, it goes without saying, you may have guessed, folks, this may not be a big surprise to you. The engine part of our team has kind of been the worst part for the entire season. Now, CAD software will give us a little bit of an improvement, but a whole new engine shop opens the door for us to really get going on our engine program, which badly needs improving. So bad. We can afford one or the other. What do we do? Go for the short-term small improvement or invest long-term in the future of Team Budget Sports? I'm feeling the engine shop, you know. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Either way, it's been a fantastic episode. One of the best, yeah, I've got to say, one of the best races I've had all season. I never thought it would be at Kansas. As I say, I rolled into this track all like, you know what, it's Kansas. Meh, we'll probably be like 25th or something. Didn't even practice, didn't really do that much, like in terms of like simulation, qualifying or anything. And we are going for an engine shop. We have opened an engine shop. Team Budget Sports is moving up in the world. And then suddenly, we go to Kansas, run one of our best races all year, have some of the most fun it's possible to have with your clothes on, and we finished 5th. The roller coaster season that is Team Budget Sports and El Generico Mobile continues. And boy, it's been fun. I tell you what, I've so enjoyed this series. We're exactly 1 month in for me playing this game on this channel. We've gone up well over 200 subscribers, I think, over 1,000 subscribers now. I'm not normally one that's fixated on subscriber counts, but it means the world to me that you guys, like, I've had so many nice comments about this series, like, you know, I've never enjoyed making gaming videos more than I am right now, and I'm so glad it's reflecting in the content. Really pleased with it. And we're 7th in the chase, which is obviously the most important thing. Forget the 1,000 subscribers. There's only one number that matters. 7th. And we are there. We're in the chase, and we're doing all right, you know. So, thank you very much once again for locking in. Destroy the like button if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below. Subscribe over there if you have not already. And I'll see you guys next time on BombersportsPlays.